I said way back that one of the dry runs we had for this was we did a show at Frankenstein at the National. But don't be alarmed, there isn't a dead body about to be reanimated under there, which I realise it looks like a bit. You tend to try and keep these things secret, and people think in terms of secrets. And of course, oh, there we go. Cool. There you go. Forgive the bouncy clouds for a moment.
We can all go and have a look in a minute.
So this is our, if you can gather around so that you can all see, this is the beginning of our show. And obviously it's a meadow, but I just wanted to tell you it's a real meadow with real grass. And don't shout, guys. Don't shout. Okay. With real grass and real animals, and it's the green and pleasant land, I guess, is the thing that you would use about it. Really common to a lot of these shows, which is you think, what were we? Where have we come from? You know, what's the heritage, the historical? What are we now, and where are we going? This land, 200 years ago, was a meadow, really, and it went through an extraordinary transformation, and obviously one of the delights of the legacy, if you like, is that we'll be, this whole event will be handing back a park to London, really, and to East London especially, and that'll be a wonderful thing, I think. I don't want to sound this. It is absolutely amazing. You will feel different when you're in there. It's not a pop concert. That's the first thing to say. So it's kind of like, we don't want people to, like there is an opening ceremony concert going on simultaneously in Hyde Park. But ours is not like a pop concert, so it's not, there will be certain key people performing during the evening in many different ways, not just musically. And they're part of the narrative that we hope, the narrative puzzle that we hope to unveil to people on the night of the show. So we're not going to be making any announcements about who's in it, who's not in it, those kind of things, because we want it to kind of unravel as part of the narrative of the evening, because that's part of the puzzle of the evening, really, that what you're meant to be enjoying. So insofar as Underworld have written 2 substantial pieces of music for it. But there's a lot of people do say that, yeah, when they see the thing, that they ask that question immediately, yeah. I mean, it's an impossible task, this, to capture all of us, really. And you're bound to fail, that's built in. You know, you kind of know it's bound to fail. But you hope people will, on the journey to succeed, you hope people will find enough in it that you feel, yeah, that's us, that's representative of us. Like humour. You know, you can't do a show about Britain, really, if you don't try and capture our sense of humour or reflect it in some way. And on that journey, what are the values that we hold true and we want to, you know, hold up as being valuable, really? So one of our ambitions is to try and keep it as close to 3 hours as we can. One of the elements that's unknown, and you can't rehearse, of course, you can't rehearse the 10,000 athletes who are going to walk in. And they're the unknown factor, really, because they are the most important thing, because the whole show, whatever we say about what we're trying to do with the show is really saying welcome to these athletes, welcome to the city that's hosting the games for you, you know. And of course, they come in and they understandably want to take their time, because they walk in. For some of them, it'll be the only time they're in the stadium, because their events take place elsewhere anyway, and it's their night, you know, and they don't want to rush. But of course, that can end up meaning you've got a show of 4 or 5 hours if they don't. So we've got all these devices like the tempo of the music and things like that, which will encourage them to make a good, rapid pace around the stadium so that we can all be in our beds before daylight.
And what are the challenges of working with live animals in such an
Yeah, we've got, well, there will be, yes. The sheep,